"You're my man now," said the Apache woman after the lonely cowboy saved her from the wolves. The human vessel, small but strong, moved silently through the dark space. Stars shone like scattered diamonds on black cloth. The ship was called the Starfarer, and it carried 5 people inside. They were the first humans to reach a place that other civilizations called the Temple of Stars. Many stories surrounded this place, but no one really knew what it was. Some said it was a library of the universe. Others said it was a living being. Some warned it was dangerous. Still, no one had dared to attack it. Captain Daniel Harper stood at the bridge, looking at the glowing lights outside the window. He was a tall man with short brown hair and clear green eyes. His hands rested lightly on the console as he watched the stars move by. Beside him, pilot Lisa Grant adjusted the ship's speed. She had long dark hair tied in a ponytail and eyes that never missed a detail. Fast. "Approaching the coordinates," Lisa said, her voice steady. "The readings show a huge structure ahead. Psst. I've never seen anything like it." Daniel nodded. "Keep us on course." Slow approach. "We don't know what we will find." Best. Engineer Kyle Brooks sat at his panel, checking the energy levels of the ship. He had a round face and short blonde hair. "Engine stable. Shields are at maximum."
We are ready for anything. Megan Carter, the xenolinguist, leaned forward in her chair.
Her brown hair fell over her shoulders, and her fingers tapped nervously on the table. "I don't know what I am expecting," she said softly. But this place feels alive."
I can't explain it. Aaron Blake, the security officer, stood near the back.
He was tall and muscular, with close-cropped black hair. His eyes were sharp. "Alive or not," he said, "we are ready. If anything moves against us, we stop it." The Starfarer moved closer to the Temple of Stars. The structure appeared as a massive cluster of floating shapes, glowing faintly with colors Daniel had never seen before. It looked old, older than anything humans had ever discovered. The shapes formed towers, rings, and spirals, stretching in ways that did not seem bound by ordinary space. Lisa whispered, "It's huge. We can't even see the edges." Daniel nodded, feeling a strange mix of fear and awe. "Stay calm. We move slowly. Watch for any movement, but don't panic.
Remember, we are here to observe first."
As they approached, sensors detected many ships around the temple.
Daniel's eyes widened. Other vessels. From other species. They are watching us. Psst. Megan's fingers flew over her keyboard. I've never seen so many different life forms in one place. And none of them have weapons raised. They just wait. Aaron frowned. That's strange. Normally any unknown vessel would be attacked immediately. Why wait? Kyle looked up from his panel. Maybe they know something we don't. Or maybe they fear something. Daniel took a deep breath. Keep shields ready. Keep scanners on. But do not make sudden moves. Let's see what happens. The Starfarer moved slowly toward the temple. Each movement felt heavy, as if the space around them resisted. Megan stared at the readings on her screen.
"Captain."
"I think the temple is reacting to us. Energy levels are changing.
"It's like it knows we are here."
Daniel swallowed hard.
Whatever this place is, it may have intelligence.
Keep observing. Everyone stay alert. The alien vessel stayed still. They surrounded the temple like silent guards, yet they did not interfere. Their shapes were strange and varied. Some had long, thin bodies, like floating snakes, but others were large and heavy with plates that reflected light in patterns. All of them moved with perfect coordination. Lisa whispered, "It's almost respectful. They are letting us approach." But Aaron shook his head. "Respect. I call it curiosity. They are watching, waiting for us to make a mistake." The Starfarer entered a space between two towering structures. The shapes glowed brighter, almost like the temple was alive, breathing light. Daniel felt a shiver run through him. "Keep steady!" Sensors report anything unusual, but with tension. No signs of weapons activation from the aliens. Energy fields from the temple are complex. Ration. I can't make a clear reading. This thing is not built for war, at least not the way we understand it. Bekepe stood, staring at the holographic display.
I think the temple is ancient.
Older than any civilization we know.
It may be a record of the universe, like a library.
Or something bigger.
Aaron muttered. I hope it's just a library.
Something tells me this place is more than that. Daniel nodded. We will be careful. Move forward slowly, and no sudden actions. Yes. As the Starfarer approached the temple, a soft pulse of light traveled across the structure. It was gentle, almost like a heartbeat. Bang. Megan gasped. It's alive. It's alive, Kyle frowned. It's not moving in any way we understand. It's reacting. Like it knows we are thinking about it. Bet. Daniel leaned forward. Then, we have to be careful. Observe. Do not interfere. Remember our mission. Suddenly, the alien ships moved slightly, forming a wider circle around the temple. It was subtle, but Daniel noticed. They are giving us space, he said quietly. They are letting us decide how to act. Megan shook her head. Bo, no one has ever approached this close. We are the first humans here. This is historic. Aaron stood straighter. Historic or not, we must be ready. If anything goes wrong, we have to protect ourselves. The Starfarer moved closer to the glowing heart of the temple. Shapes inside twisted and changed. Light streamed along pathways that seemed impossible. Bending around the ship, Daniel felt a strange warmth, almost like the temple was welcoming them. Lisa looked at her instruments. Captain. By energy readings arising, the temple is alive, like Megan said. But there's no danger detected. Nothing hostile.
Daniel nodded slowly.
Then we move carefully. Scan everything.
Record everything. Remember, observation first. X.
No touching, no firing, no interference.
Megan moved to the console and began translating strange signals.
Bay. The temple. It's sending out information. Symbols, Light pulses, sound patterns. I don't understand most of it, but it feels like it is aware of us. It is studying us as we study it. Aaron crossed his arms. Breaths great. We are being studied. And all those aliens are watching us. This is nerve-wracking. Kyle smiled faintly.
It's like walking into a library of the universe. Everyone is staring at the new student.
Daniel laughed softly. Except this student has a weapon, Aaron. Yeah, but I hope we don't need it. The starfarer moved deeper into the temple's heart. The glowing lights formed arches, corridors, and patterns that seemed alive. Boss. Each pulse of light gave a sense of rhythm, like a heartbeat that could be felt even through the ship. Megan's voice was quiet. It's like the temple knows we are humans. It is learning about us. Lisa looked outside, her eyes wide. Base. Captain! Look at the formations. They change when we move. The light bends, flows, and follows us. It's not random. Daniel's heart beat faster. Keep scanning. Document everything. We must record this for Earth. But remember, no sudden movements. Aaron muttered, "Feels like we are walking on eggshells." A giant, glowing alien eggshell. Or like the temple is alive and curious. Baron. We are visitors. The starfarer moved slowly, as if respecting an invisible rule. The alien ships around the temple did not interfere. They watched silently. Daniel realized something strange. No species in the galaxy would normally do this. They would see a new vessel and attack immediately. Yet here, all waited. He spoke softly, almost to himself. No one attacks, not even the Watchers. They are letting us come. Why? Kyle shook his head. I don't know. Maybe the temple is more important than any of them. Maybe it has rules we don't understand. Megan leaned closer to her console.
Captain, the symbols.
I can start to make sense of them. It's as if the temple is communicating. Not in words, not yet, but in patterns, light, and energy. It's alive, and it's trying to reach out. Aaron looked uneasy. Reach out or trap us? I don't trust it. Something this big, this old. It must have power we can't imagine. Daniel nodded. Stay calm. No assumptions. Observe. We will proceed carefully. Everyone, stay alert. B. The starfarer reached a place where the lights formed a circle around them. The glow was soft, comforting, yet powerful. It pulsed slowly like a heartbeat. Daniel felt a strange calmness, as if the temple acknowledged their presence.
Megan whispered. It's like it knows us. It's curious.
It's waiting for something. Lisa looked at the alien ships surrounding the temple. All those fleets, they are watching us too. Maybe this has happened before. Bay. Maybe the temple has seen many species, and maybe humans are the first to come peacefully. Aaron muttered, or maybe it's testing us. I don't like tests. Al smiled faintly.
Maybe it's a very, very big welcome party.
Daniel smiled a little, though tension remained. No jokes! Stay focused. Despair. Observe. Record. Bear.
Learn. We are the first humans here.
And we must set the right example. As the Starfarer hovered at the temple's center, the glow reached a peak. Light spread through the ship. Warm, but not dangerous. Inspiration. Megan could feel it in her bones. It's Bear. Sending something.
A greeting.
Or recognition. Aaron's jaw tightened. Recognition or not, we are safe for now. Bears. Let's keep it that way. Daniel nodded. Oh. Record everything. This is the beginning. The first step into the Temple of Stars. And for once, no one attacked us. That alone is something to think about. The crew sat quietly, watching, scanning, and recording. Outside, the alien fleets remained still. The temple pulsed softly, as if alive, as if waiting. Inside the Starfarer, the humans felt both small and important. They had reached a place no human had reached before. And the universe, in its strange and ancient way, was watching back.
The Starfarer floated at the center of the Temple of Stars.
Abyss. Its glow surrounded the ship like a gentle sun. Daniel Harper watched the strange colors shifting through the windows. But the patterns seemed alive. They twisted, swirled, and flowed, as if the temple was breathing. Grasp.
No sound came from the temple, yet the human crew could feel its presence. Megan Carter leaned close to her console.
Captain, I think I understand a little. The temple isn't just a structure. It's alive, but not like any creature we know. It's more like a mind made of light and energy. Bet. It observes, records, and learns. Daniel nodded slowly.
So it watches everything that comes here, including us.
Bay, and it waits for something.
Lisa Grant adjusted the ship's position to avoid the brighter pulses.
The light is changing depending on where we move. It's like it reacts to us. Aaron Blake crossed his arms. I don't like this. A living structure that watches you? Feels like we are in a trap. Kyle Brooks shook his head. Or maybe it's curious. Pay. Maybe it's testing humans for something important. Either way, it hasn't harmed us.
Not yet. The alien ships that surrounded the temple remained motionless.
Their shapes shifted slightly, but no weapons were raised. Daniel noticed that their movements were synchronized. They moved as if connected to the temple, not to each other.
It's as if the temple controls them,
Daniel said quietly. Megan's fingers danced across her keyboard. I'm getting fragments of patterns.
Light signals, shapes, and pulses. It's trying to communicate.
Not in words, but in concepts. It shows images of stars, planets, and strange creatures. Brace. And it shows humans. Brace. Humans? What does it show about us? It shows our history, wars, inventions, kindness, cruelty, pay, choices. It seems to judge our actions, or at least record them. Aaron muttered. Great. A cosmic judge that can see every mistake we ever made. Bay.
Kyle smiled faintly. Or maybe it just wants to understand us.
We are the first humans here. Maybe it hasn't met our species yet. Bast. Daniel nodded. Keep scanning. Bet. Document everything. We are here to learn, not to act. We cannot risk upsetting it. The temple pulsed again, and the glow became stronger. It wrapped around the starfarer like a protective shield. Megan noticed something strange.
The patterns are repeating. It is asking questions.
In its own way. It shows two paths. Pay.
One path shows humans taking knowledge and power. The other shows humans walking away peacefully.
Desperation. Lisa's eyes widened.
It's testing us.
Like a test we didn't know we were taking. Aaron frowned. And what if we choose wrong? I don't like guessing games with cosmic minds.
Daniel took a deep breath. We do what is right, not what is easy.
We observe, we learn, and we make decisions together. The alien fleet surrounding the temple stayed still. Daniel noticed that some of them sent out small signals. They did not attack, but their presence was clear. They were witnesses. They had tried to approach the temple before. Some had failed. Some had disappeared. And now they waited to see what the humans would do. Megan studied the symbols again. The temple shows the past of other species. Some of them tried to take control of it. They failed. Some disappeared completely.
The temple preserves knowledge, but it protects itself from harm. It does not allow force to dominate it.
Aaron crossed his arms. So if we tried to take it, we could be erased? Kyle shrugged.
It's possible.
Or worse, it could leave us trapped inside forever. Either way, this is serious. We must think carefully.
Daniel nodded.
We have to prove we are responsible, not because it will reward us, but because we must show the galaxy that humans can be trusted. The starfarer drifted closer to the heart of the temple. Light wrapped around the ship in ribbons, soft but firm.
Daniel felt a strange calmness. It feels like it is testing us gently.
But there is power here, far beyond anything we know best. Megan whispered, "It wants us to understand ourselves. Look at the symbols. It shows our choices, our mistakes, and our moments of kindness. It is asking us, what will we do next?" Lisa's voice was soft. It's like it is alive and asking questions without words. Pit. I can almost feel it thinking.
Aaron muttered, "Thinking or not, I still don't trust it."
Something this old, this powerful, it must have rules we cannot see. Kyle leaned back in his chair. Maybe the rules are simple.
Do no harm. Respect life. Learn. Protect. We just have to prove we can follow them. Daniel nodded. We will. Observe, learn, and act carefully. That is all we can do.
Bust. This time, it sent a wave of light that entered the ship. Each crew member felt it differently. Megan felt knowledge flowing into her mind, fragments she could understand. She saw star maps, alien species, and histories of civilizations that no human had ever known. Some had risen and fallen long before humans existed. Kyle felt energy coursing through the ship. The engines hummed stronger, but not because of any command. The ship responded to the temple's pulse. It felt alive, and it seemed to recognize their presence. Becked. Lisa felt guidance. She instinctively adjusted the ship's course, following patterns that made sense without explanation. It's like it wants us to move safely through it, she said. Aaron felt caution. His instincts warned him, but he also felt a strange trust. The temple seemed to test without threat. He kept his hand near his sidearm, just in case. He realized that the temple was not a place to conquer, but a place to understand. It recorded, it taught, it observed, and it expected the same from those who entered. Hours passed. The Starfarer moved slowly through the temple. The alien ships remained around them, silent but watchful. Daniel noticed that none of them moved closer. None threatened. They were waiting, watching, and perhaps learning too. Megan continued to translate signals. It shows possibilities. One path shows humans using this knowledge to dominate the galaxy. Best. Another shows humans protecting the temple and sharing its knowledge peacefully.
It seems to care about our choices.
Aaron frowned. So it wants to see if we are greedy or wise. That's heavy. Kyle nodded. And dangerous. If we choose wrong, the temple could punish us. Or the alien fleets could. Daniel leaned back. Then we choose carefully. Together. We cannot rush. We must decide what is right, not what is easy. The light around the Starfarer pulsed gently, almost like the temple was breathing with them. Megan smiled faintly. It responds to our thoughts, our intentions. I can feel it trying to understand us. Lisa looked out the window at the alien ships. British. They are waiting. All of them. They have seen many species fail. Maybe they hope humans will succeed where others did not.
Aaron muttered. Or maybe they just want entertainment. Watching humans makes a good show for them.
Better a show of humans being wise than fighting, I hope. Daniel studied the glowing shapes. This is bigger than any war, any treasure, any discovery we have made. This is about who we are as a species and how we choose to act when we have the power to do anything. Bess. Megan nodded. The temple shows the consequences of choices. Every civilization that took power without wisdom failed. Everyone that acted with care survived, and some even flourished. Aaron frowned. So we are at a crossroads.
We could make the same mistakes, or we could be different. No pressure.
Kyle smiled faintly. No pressure at all except the fate of humanity in front of a living temple and all these alien fleets watching us. Daniel exhaled slowly. Breaths. We will act wisely. That is all we can promise. Bearing. Observe, understand, and decide together. No force. No greed. Only careful choice. The Starfarer floated at the heart of the temple. Light surrounded them, ribbons of energy moving gently across the ship. Daniel felt a strange warmth in his chest. The temple was alive. It was curious. It was waiting. Megan whispered, "It's as if it expects something from us." Not power, not dominance, but understanding. Breath. Responsibility.
Lisa nodded.
We can do that. We just have to be careful, patient, and thoughtful. Base. Aaron muttered. Careful and thoughtful. Easy to say, hard to do. Bear. Especially when everyone outside the ship is watching us. Silently. Phew. Kyle leaned back. Psst. Then let's hope we are up to the challenge. We are the first humans here. Whatever happens next, we set the example. Daniel looked out at the glowing shapes. Pulse softly, alive and patient. The alien fleets remained still, waiting, watching, learning. And for the first time, humans felt the weight of the universe upon them, not with fear, but with responsibility. The Starfarer drifted in the center of the temple, light flowing through it, and the crew understood one simple truth. But they were not here to conquer. They were here to learn. Bah. And perhaps, just perhaps, to show the galaxy that humans could be trusted when given the greatest knowledge of all. The Starfarer floated in the center of the Temple of Stars. Bay. Light surrounded the ship in flowing ribbons, pulsing gently like a heartbeat. The human crew felt the weight of the place. Bright. Every color, every pattern seemed alive. The temple was no longer just a structure. It was a presence, a mind, and it was aware of them. Captain Daniel Harper stood at the bridge, looking out at the glowing shapes. His chest felt tight. It's been hours, he said softly. Psst. I thought we were just observing, but it feels like it wants more. It wants a decision. Megan Carter sat at her console, studying the patterns.
It is communicating, Captain, not in words, but in ideas.
It shows possibilities, futures, that could happen depending on what we choose.
Lisa Grant adjusted the ship's position. I can see it too.
Brr. The lights change when we think about moving forward. It's like the temple can sense our thoughts, our intentions. Aaron Blake's hands rested on the rail. And I don't like it. I've never trusted something I couldn't touch, see, or fight. And this thing is beyond everything we know. Kyle. Brooks leaned back in his chair. We don't need to fight it, Aaron. That's the point. It's not here to hurt us.
It's here to test us. Maybe the galaxy hasn't had many species reach this place peacefully. Maybe it's waiting to see if humans can do it.
Daniel nodded slowly. We have reached the point where we must think carefully. Our actions matter here. Not just for us, but for all humanity.
Megan's fingers moved quickly over her keyboard. Captain?
The temple shows us two paths. One path is powerful.
Humans take knowledge, power, and control. We could reshape the galaxy.
The other path, we leave it untouched. Become guardians, protect it for all species. The temple is showing the consequences of each choice. Aaron frowned.
So, it's a test.
We choose to be greedy or wise. Easy choice, right? Not easy. Power is tempting. We could fix wars, stop hunger, lead the galaxy, but we would also risk anger from others. Every species has tried, some failed, some vanished. The temple shows this. Lisa leaned closer to the window, watching the alien fleets.
All of them are silent, watching, brace, waiting. They've seen many species fail. And now they watch us. They know this is the first time humans have reached this place. Daniel exhaled. We cannot let fear decide.
And we cannot let greed decide. We must show responsibility.
Bet. That is the only way we can succeed here. Megan's fingers paused. It is asking for intent, Captain. It wants to know what humans will do. Pest. Not with words, but with thought, with action. It shows humanity's choices, our past mistakes, our moments of kindness, and what we could do now.
Aaron muttered, and if we pick wrong? If we choose greed?
Will it punish us? Will those alien fleets attack us? Kyle shook his head. But we don't know. That's why this matters. Whatever we choose, it will mark us. The galaxy will know how humans acted when given a chance.
Daniel nodded. Then we must act wisely.
Carefully. Together. Bet. Everyone, give me your thoughts. Honest thoughts. No fear, no temptation.
Captain, I think we should leave the temple untouched. We can protect it, study it, learn from it, but not take it.
That is what the temple wants from those who are ready.
If we try to take power, I think it will reject us, and we will fail.
Kyle nodded.
I agree.
The power is tempting, yes. But we are not ready. We are small, inexperienced. Taking control would be dangerous. Other species would see us as conquerors, and wars could follow. Lisa's voice was soft but firm.
I agree too. The temple is alive.
It's not just knowledge. It's understanding and respect.
If we try to own it, we could destroy what makes it alive. We must be careful.
Aaron looked down at the floor.
I think I understand. We cannot use this for ourselves.
Not yet, not ever. We are here to learn, not to conquer. We have to be the right species to hold this responsibility.
Daniel felt a warmth in his chest.
He looked at each crew member. Then we choose together. Patient. Humanity will not claim the temple. We will protect it, guard it, and share its wisdom wisely. But not as owners, but as keepers. Best. The temple pulsed brightly. The light flowed over the starfarer, gentle and strong at the same time. Megan gasped.
It now!
It understands. Our choice. It accepts it. Outside, the alien fleets shifted slightly. Some lights blinked, almost like approval. Bang. Daniel noticed that none of them moved closer. None threatened. They were witnesses to humanity's decision. And they seemed satisfied. Kyle smiled faintly. Best. Looks like we passed the first part of the test. At least, I hope so. Aaron muttered, I hope this is not just the beginning. I have a feeling the temple's tests will keep coming. Megan leaned back, smiling softly.
We have done the right thing. We chose understanding over power.
That is why the temple let us come this far. It recognizes the first species to approach it peacefully.
Bah.
Daniel looked out at the glowing shapes.
We are part of history now. The first humans to reach the Temple of Stars, and we did not take what we were not ready for.
That is our mark on the galaxy.
The energy. It feels alive. It reacts to our choice. It flows more smoothly, almost like it is breathing easier.
We did the right thing. Aaron crossed his arms.
Right or not, I still don't trust the galaxy will be easy after this. Other species, they might expect humans to use power, to dominate. We have shown them we can be different. That is risky in itself. Psst, psst. Kyle nodded. Yes, but showing wisdom is worth the risk. We cannot learn if we always take power. The temple shows us that. Megan studied the holographic patterns. It is opening more, not physically, but in information. It shows records, histories, and ideas, knowledge for those who are ready. And I think it wants humans to protect that knowledge, not control it. Daniel felt a deep sense of awe. We must. That is our duty now. We cannot fail the temple. We cannot fail the galaxy. Back. The Starfarer floated quietly in the center of the temple. Light wrapped around the ship, flowing in and out like a living pulse. Megan continued translating the signals. Captain, it shows more than knowledge. It shows connections. The temple wants us to understand that all life is linked.
Choices affect others, even across light years. That is the power it offers.
Not control, but understanding. Lisa whispered, "We are learning things humans have never known." Pant, maps, species, histories, and yet the temple is still alive.
It is not a library. It is more like a living mind.
Aaron muttered, "A very big mind that could crush us if it wanted. I still don't trust it fully." Psst. Kyle smiled faintly. Trust is earned, Aaron. We have earned a little. Not full trust, but enough to move forward carefully. Daniel turned to his crew. We have made our choice. Bear, humanity will not dominate. We will protect, guard, and learn. That is our role now. And every action from this point must honor that choice. The temple pulsed brighter, as if acknowledging the decision. Megan gasped. Bess.
It is giving us access, not full control, but
Breath. Guidance. Information flows to us. Hints and patterns. It shows how civilizations rose and fell. It shows how to avoid mistakes around.
we can learn without taking power. Lisa adjusted the ship's instruments to record everything.
Captain, this is amazing. This is knowledge beyond anything Earth has ever known.
We are the first humans to witness it fully, Aaron muttered. Amazing, yes,
But heavy. We are responsible for this knowledge, and others might want it.
Oh. Then we must be careful. We protect it. We share it wisely.
That is our duty. Nothing more, nothing less. Daniel looked out at the alien fleets. They are still watching, but they respect us. Our choice shows them that humans can be different. That we can think beyond power and fear.
That is our first true test. And we have passed. Megan smiled softly. The temple is alive and aware. It accepts us. It trusts us, in a way. But it also teaches us that trust must be earned continuously. We are not finished. We are only beginning. Daniel nodded slowly. Then we begin carefully, observe, learn, and protect. That is our mission. We have chosen wisely, but the journey is just starting. The starfarer floated in the heart of the temple. Light flowed through it, soft but powerful. Outside, the alien fleets remained silent, observing, acknowledging, and respecting the humans' decision. The temple pulsed like a heartbeat, alive and aware, and the crew understood the truth. The galaxy was watching, and their actions mattered.
Megan whispered, "We are ready, Captain. We understand now."
And the temple, it will guide us. Daniel took a deep breath. Then we move forward. Pair. Best. Carefully. Together. Humanity has a new role. Not to conquer, but to protect, to learn, and to teach when the time is right. That is our choice. That is our responsibility. The starfarer remained at the center of the Temple of Stars, alive in its light, alive in its knowledge, and alive in the promise of what humanity could become. The starfarer stayed in the center of the Temple of Stars. Light flowed around the ship like a gentle river. The pulse of the temple felt stronger now, calm but alive. The human crew had made their choice. They would not take power. They would protect and learn, not conquer. And the temple had accepted them. Captain Daniel Harper looked out at the glowing shapes. It feels peaceful, he said softly. Almost like the temple is thanking us. Megan Carter worked at her console, translating signals as they came.
Not thanks, Captain. Recognition.
The temple records everything. Our choice, our intentions, even our fears. It marks us as the first humans to arrive and act wisely.
That is historic.
Lisa Grant leaned back, eyes wide. I never thought we'd see anything like this.
The temple is alive, guiding us, and it seems to trust us. Trust is not easy to earn in the galaxy. Aaron Blake crossed his arms. I still don't fully trust it, but at least it hasn't attacked us. And the alien fleets, they respect our choice too. Kyle Brooks smiled faintly. Respect. That's rare in space. I've seen battles start for no reason at all. But here, they wait, watch, and accept what we did.
That says something about humans.
And it says something about the temple. We have a responsibility now, not to control, not to dominate, but to protect, to be guardians. We are the first humans who will carry this knowledge safely. That is our role. The alien ships around the temple remained still. Some slowly moved closer, sending faint pulses of light. Daniel realized they were not threats. They were observers, witnesses, and perhaps teachers. The species that had tried to take the temple before had failed.
But they watched humans carefully, as if giving approval for their choice. Megan continued translating.
Captain, the temple is opening access to more information. It is letting us see records of civilizations, star systems,
and events that humans never knew existed. It shows how to avoid mistakes, how to build understanding, and how to grow peacefully. It wants us to learn, not dominate. Bay. Lisa's voice was soft. It feels like a gift. Knowledge without control. Power without greed.
That is rare in the galaxy, Aaron muttered. It's also dangerous.
Bay. Knowledge is heavy. Others will want it. And we have to protect it. That's a big responsibility, but desperate.
Kyle nodded. Yes, but we can do it.
We are human. We have survived hard things before. Now we survive with wisdom, not just strength. Daniel leaned forward on the bridge. We move carefully. Record everything.
Understand everything, and we carry the message that humanity can be responsible.
That we do not need to conquer to grow. That is our mark on the galaxy.
The temple pulsed again, stronger this time. Megan gasped as more light entered the ship.
It's showing connections between species, Captain. It shows how civilizations are linked.
Every choice affects others. That is why it guards itself. It protects balance, not power. Lisa whispered, "We are learning how to see the galaxy differently. Not as hunters, not as rulers, but as participants. Our actions ripple outward." Bess. Aaron muttered, "That is heavy."
But we knew it would be. We chose this role.
We cannot run from it. Kyle smiled faintly. Bay.
And that is why we survived where others failed. We chose wisely.
That is what the temple looks for. Not strength, not fear, not greed. Just wisdom.
Daniel nodded. Then we continue.
We explore, learn, and protect. That is our mission. And we will do it together. The starfarer moved slightly within the temple. The glowing shape shifted, almost like they were bowing in acknowledgement. Megan's fingers flew over her console.
Captain, the temple is granting us a form of access. Not control, but understanding.
We can study, record, and share knowledge carefully. The first humans with this privilege. Bay. Lisa leaned closer to the window. And the alien fleets, they seem to understand. They respect our choice. They've never seen a human act this way before. Aaron crossed his arms. Bay.
Respect is fragile, but at least we earned it today.
That counts for something. Kyle nodded. Bet. It counts for a lot. We are not just humans exploring. We are humans who have shown the galaxy we can be trusted. That is rare. Desperate. Daniel looked at his crew. We have a duty now. To the temple, to humanity, and to the galaxy. We will not fail.
Breath. We protect, we learn, and we share only what is safe. That is our promise.
The temple pulsed brighter, the light wrapping around the starfarer. Megan whispered, "It's marking us." Recording this moment. The first humans to reach the temple and choose wisely. But Every future civilization will see our choice. Lisa smiled. Bess. That is incredible.
Our actions here will echo through the galaxy, and all because we chose wisdom over power.
Aaron muttered. And responsibility over greed. That's the lesson.
Not easy to live with, but necessary.
Kyle nodded.
We carry the weight of knowledge now, but also the chance to guide the future.
Daniel took a deep breath.
Then we accept it. Desperate. Humanity has a role now. Not to rule, but to protect and teach.
That is our mark. That is our duty. The Starfarer floated at the heart of the temple. Light flowed around it, soft and strong. Outside, alien fleets remained still, observing, acknowledging, and respecting the human's choice. The temple pulsed like a living mind, alive and aware, and the crew understood the truth. The galaxy was watching, and humanity had chosen wisely.
Megan studied the signals.
Captain!
The temple shows a way for us to connect with other species. It shows communication, cooperation, and understanding. We can guide, teach, and protect without forcing anyone. That is the path it wants us to follow.
We can be different. Better.
Not through force, but through wisdom.
Aaron muttered. Better is harder than stronger.
But we can try.
Kyle smiled faintly.
And we must. This is the opportunity we were given.
To show the galaxy that humans can be trusted.
Daniel nodded.
Then we move forward carefully, one step at a time.
Observe, learn, protect, and guide. That is our mission.
That is our choice, and we will honor it.
Bang. The temple pulsed again, gentle and steady. Megan's eyes widened as more light entered the Starfarer. It's showing us possibilities, Captain. Futures where humans help civilizations grow. Futures where we prevent mistakes others made. We can make a difference. Lisa whispered, we are not just visitors, we are participants now. And we have a responsibility to use what we learn wisely. Heavy responsibility, but necessary. That is why we are here. Kyle smiled faintly. And that is why we will succeed. Not because we are strong, but because we are wise enough to choose the right path. Daniel looked out at the temple. We are the first humans here, and we have chosen wisely. Now we carry the responsibility to protect this place, its knowledge, and the future. Best. That is our mission. And we will not fail. The Starfarer floated at the temple's heart. Light flowed through it like a river of life. Outside, alien fleets remained still, silent, but acknowledging. The temple pulsed, alive and aware. Humanity had made its choice, and the galaxy would never forget it. Megan whispered, Captain, we have done what no species before has done. We arrived! We chose wisely, and we will protect. The temple recognizes us as guardians. Breaths. Guardians. That feels right. Aaron nodded slowly. Heavy, but right. We are part of something bigger now. Something that matters.
Kyle leaned back. and we will carry this responsibility carefully.
Humanity will grow, but not through force, only through wisdom, understanding, and protection. Daniel took a deep breath. Then we begin our roles. Guardians of the Temple of Stars, observers, learners, protectors. That is our mission.
And we will honor it every step of the way.
The Starfarer floated quietly in the glowing heart of the temple. Light flowed around it, alive and soft. The alien fleets remained still, watching and acknowledging the human's choice. And the temple pulsed, alive, aware, and patient. The humanity had reached a new beginning, not as conquerors, but as guardians, and the galaxy would remember their choice forever.